Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of How to Play That Game, proudly brought to you by Crimson Elite Designs. Last week, we introduced you to the game Diablo 3, where we showed you how to customize your characters, use the auction house proficiently, loot gear, find gear, proper way to MF, along with many more valuable things along with the game. This week on How to Play That Game, we are going to be showing you how to play Deception Dice. Deception Dice was founded in 2011 and is a spin-off of Liar's Dice. First thing is first, always look at your rulebook. You can find all the information you need and always refer to it if you have a question. Now, let's start off with the Deception Dice. No one likes to be called a liar, so don't lie or pretend you're not lying. Anyways, in Deception Dice, you get two big dice that are rolled in the middle. They have different symbols on the dice, which I will come closer to the camera so you can see them. Alright, you got a red DD. If you roll that, you lose a dice. Now, if you roll a 1, that means one dice is at risk. So whoever loses the hand loses one dice. At 2, that means you lose 2 dice if you lose the hand. And that is all for that dice. And then, ones are not wild. Green DD, you get 1 dice back. And L for no look. You have to guess the dice under the cups without looking. R for reverse. We're going to go the opposite way. And a star for an extra. Extra something. Extra wild. That's the word I was looking for. An extra wild. Alrighty. Now, if you roll both DDs at the same time, everybody but you loses 1 dice. Alright. So the first thing you're going to do when you start playing Deception Dice is you're going to select a color. For this demonstration, I am going to be white. What you're going to do is you're going to take the dice, put it in the cup. You're going to shake it up, and turn the cup upside down. You can look at your cup and see what dices you got. And ones are always wild in every game, unless you hit the ones are not wild but dice in the center thing. On the first round, we will not roll these dice yet. And if you ever have any questions while you're playing the game, the color of the dice and what they do are on the side of the box in case you ever want to refer back to it. It's a little bit faster than looking at the instructions, but the instructions are also here if you need them. Alright, so everybody is going to have their own cup, and they'll be rolling their own dice and looking at their own dice. Alright, the person who loses the first hand will get to roll these on the second turn. So what you're going to do, you're going to look at your dice and see what you got. Oh, with this hand, I'll probably go 3 5s. And the object of this game is you're going to start off with a low number, and you always got to increase one of the values. So if you say you bet 3 5s, the next person would either have to say 4 5s, or they could up it to 1 6. As long as one of the values is always increasing. You cannot go backwards. So if I say 3 5s, I cannot go 6 4s. Alright. Let's see, what else is there to this game? Alright, this is up to an 8-player game. Got up to 8 players playing, which makes it more fun and more challenging. There are different math factors on figuring out how many dice one number might possibly be showing. So you got 8 times 5, because you got 5 dice per person. That would be 40 dice. So that's a high possibility that you could have 15 5s, 15 6s, any possibility. Now, as you get down to 1 player, or get down to 2 players left in the game, there's only 2 players left, and each player has 1 dice. Instead of trying to guess how many of one type of dice there is, you're going to try to guess how many dots are showing under the cups. So in this case, person will roll, throw it down, person will roll, throw it down, and you have to guess. At this point, I would start off safe, and I would say there are 4 dots showing. Now the next person will have to increase it. They could probably say there are 6 dots showing. You always get to look at your dice first and make your bets. Now, if I don't believe what they said, then I get to challenge what they said. And once you challenge, you lift up your cups, and you'll see how many's left. Now, if they are that many dots or more, then I would lose the challenge, and then I would lose the game. The same thing works when you got the full amount of dice in the game. Pick it up, put it down, and then say you say there's 7 6s. Well, I know there's only, 5 dice in place right now, so I would say you're a 9. Pick it up, and there's only 1. So in that scenario, you would lose 1 dice. Key to the game is try to bluff. Bluffing is always key, as long as you can keep that poker face. Well, that is all the basics to this game. I hope you all enjoyed this as much as I did, and I hope to see you at the tables to play some Deception Dice. Now, have a good day, and we'll see you next week. Enjoy!